How's it going, everybody? I'm Steve, and welcome back to my channel. So a lot of people know that in November, Barnes & Noble usually does like a Criterion sale, and it's where they mark everything down 50% off. Well, it actually started today on November 6th, on Monday. A lot of people thought it was going to happen on Friday, November 3rd, but it didn't happen that way. I was planning on doing like a video out of my car on Saturday. That would have worked out perfectly, but they decided to delay it till today. So I think the sale goes on through December 4th. But tonight I actually did pick up 4 titles, and I actually have a 5th title that's actually used. So I decided just to include this in this haul altogether. But I got pretty much everything I wanted. This first title was actually released in 1995. It's from director Carl Franklin, and the movie is Devil with the Blue Dress. This one's starring Denzel Washington, obviously the legend. It has Jennifer Beals. It has the late Tom Sizemore and Don Cheadle. This is spine number 1135. So this is one I've wanted to get for a while. This one, it's actually on 4K. I'm okay with buying movies on Blu-ray, but all they had was 4K, so I decided just to pick this up. And I have my rewards card from Barnes & Noble, which had $5 on it. So basically, I got this for the same price as a Blu-ray. That's how I kind of justify it. But I was planning on just getting on Blu-ray, but they only had one copy, so I grabbed that one. So this next title was actually one that's directed by Alexandro Amenabar. This is spine number 1195, and it's one that it was released on October 24th, and I was planning on picking it up during the Criterion flash sale, but that sale happened on October 17th, so I couldn't pick it up that night. But the movie is The Others. This is released in 2001. It's starring Nicole Kidman. This is one I remember when this was released. This like a couple years after The Sixth Sense was released, and I remember a lot of people seeing this movie and they thought it was better than The Sixth Sense, and it may have been. I've only seen this like once in my life, and that was during like opening weekend. So obviously it doesn't have the staying power that The Sixth Sense had, but I'm really glad that Criterion released this, and so it has a new life on Blu-ray, and this was also released on 4K as well. But I'm excited to watch this one again. It's got quite a few special features on it, and it also has I guess that Tom Cruise was actually like an executive producer in this movie, so that's kind of interesting that he. I know he produces a lot of the Mission Impossible movies, but I forgot that he was involved with this movie, so excited to watch this one. So this third movie was actually one that's released in 1987. It's spine number 1193. I think it was actually released like in either September or October, possibly, but the movie is La Bamba. This is one directed by Luis Valdez. It's starring Lou Diamond Phillips. He's playing the character Richie Valens, who actually passed away fairly young in life, and this is one I probably haven't seen since the late '80s. That's one thing I really like about Criterion. They kind of give older movies a new life, movies that are good movies, but somehow they've kind of been forgotten a little bit. But they kind of give them the Criterion treatment, and it becomes something kind of special when they release them. The cover is kind of interesting here, but yeah, like I said, I haven't seen this in a while, so excited to watch this one as well. So this fourth movie was actually released in 1979. It's spine number 823, and the movie is The In-Laws. This one is it's directed by Arthur Hiller. It's starring the late Peter Falk and Alan Arkin. Both actors were great in Hollywood for years. Peter Falk obviously was Columbo. If you talk to Cinema Dave Media, he'll tell you how much he's a huge fan of Columbo, and Peter Falk was such an iconic actor at the time, and Alan Arkin did a lot of great work. He was kind of maybe not quite as famous as Peter Falk was, but he did a lot of great work as well. So they both passed away, and this is how you kind of continue the memory to watching these older movies, and I'm interested in seeing how these two actors how they work together. So I can't wait to watch this one too. So the fifth and final movie here was one I got from a Half Price Books. I basically traded in like a few items and got like a kind of like a credit in the store. And usually when I go to Half Price Books, I usually look at the Criterion section, see if I find anything that's on my list already. And I actually did find something here. This one you can also get on a box set, but this is spine number 594, and the movie is Godzilla. This is from 1954. It's Ashiro Honda is the director. Obviously, there's a massive box set that you can get from Criterion that Barnes& Noble does sell, but it's like even at half price, it's like $112.49. So I don't know if I'll ever pick up that box set or not. I'm a Godzilla fan, but I'm not a massive Godzilla fan. I'm not somebody that has to collect every Godzilla movie. But had heard a lot of great things about the original Godzilla, and I enjoyed this one quite a bit. It also includes a other film that was released in 1956. It's called Godzilla King of the Monsters, and that one's starring Raymond Burr. And a lot of people make fun of that movie. It takes a lot of clips that are basically from this movie, and they add like English, and they use actors to kind of double some of the actors that were in the original movie. So a lot of people make fun of that movie, especially Godzilla fans. They hate that movie. So I watched it. I didn't think it was that bad, but it wasn't that great either. It's a little bit shorter than this one is. That one's like an hour and 20 minutes, and this one's like an hour and 36 minutes. But I like this one quite a bit more. The original was quite a bit better, even though you're reading subtitles, but it's Japanese. But the one, I thought it was worth watching, the Raymond Burr version of it. But it's just kind of strange how they took like bits and pieces out of it. And they cut a lot of the movie out, and just kind of made a different storyline with an American reporter basically from Chicago. So it's worth checking out. I'm glad they included it as a featurette on this. And it comes with it actually has the same guy that does the commentary on both movies. So he's kind of a fan. He's a huge Godzilla fan. I forgot the guy's name, but still, I'm glad I picked this up. It was in great condition. Love the way this looked, but obviously the box set. A lot of people would say you should probably just buy the box set, but if you have $113 to spend, like normally it's like $200 and something. So I didn't want to do that. I don't know if I'm ever going to pick up a box set, but I'm glad to pick this one up anyway. So that's all I have for you tonight. Obviously, leave please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you own any of these movies. Do you own the Godzilla box set? I've seen a lot of people that have that. I don't know where you're going to put that box set. It's massive, but I'm sure if you're a Godzilla fan, you've got to have that. If you want to get all the Godzilla films, even the 1998 movie that a lot of people, a lot of Godzilla fans didn't like anyways. I thought it was okay, but it wasn't not something I've ever owned. But if you're a Godzilla fan, you probably have to own everything, just everything that's ever been released. I think there's supposed to be one getting released in December of this year, and that one's all in Japanese. But obviously, it's a Japanese character, iconic character, and he was born on that movie. So please, like I said, please leave in the comments if you have any of these titles, and have a great night. Thank you. Bye.